nurturing businesses with support and services to help them grow and bloom. The time by Sagicor Bank is 7 o'clock.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction. 'Cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people that I say we are mash up the dance. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't put it down. Shine your lights
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's a live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan.
Watagwan. Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Datagwan for Watagwan.
Coming up in CVM News, wild shootout, gunman killed in Mandeville. 32-year-old vendor fatally shot in People's Arcade, Montego Bay. Tourism 3.0, what it means for resilient economic growth. In news overseas, the 4 suspects found guilty in assassination trial of Haiti's president. And later in sports, JPL playoffs gets underway on Sunday at the National Stadium. Hello from Kingston, Jamaica. This is CVM News at 7 for Saturday, May 9, 2026. I am Curlin Brown. Thanks so much for joining us. Citizens of Mandeville, Manchester were scampering for their lives when they were caught in a gun battle between gunmen and police Friday evening. With 2 criminals dead and 2 guns recovered, many are thankful their lives were spared in what was a traumatic experience. We have the details from Damien Phillips.
Place surrounded with people. Nobody can go east, west, north or south.
Pandemonium on the streets of Mandeville. The vicinity of a Texaco service station, the beginning of what led to deadly scenes Friday at about 8 p.m. Gunmen deemed unfamiliar with the routes trailed. A situation that led to the trading of bullets.
Well, gunshot is that thing move fast, you know.
High-speed car chase leading to a running gun battle. The description to that of a war zone. 2 men shot dead and 1 injured. Guns seized. Citizens left in a panic.
It was a big panic. We describe it like an Iraq scene. We never seen something like this. I even take note that the shooting was going on, Mandeville done one bank down there, sir. And we see people that was also recorded and used on YouTube. This one is more than that. Barrage of gunshot of fire. Terrible, terrible.
It all came to a culmination in the vicinity of Willowgate Plaza. No time for playing hero. Men took cover wherever they could.
A lot of persons started were waiting on taxi. I was waiting on my taxi. A lot of persons waiting on taxi. And when they run, we run to the plaza. I run down the plaza and the gate locked because they know they lock off the lock at certain time. So people run upstairs and people were just running into the shop at the edge of the shops. When we get the gunshot, they might come. So me have to check for myself. So we were behind the kiss come, I see a smoke. I tell you, so I was so close still. I be a smoke. So I say, no, this is not pretty. So I keep on moving. I say, be a woman. I tell you, mostly I follow behind the women running.
The intense gun battle saw lawmen taking the challenge to Manchester Road, where buildings and inanimate objects were pelted with bullets. The occupants of this car, a white Toyota Axio, similar to that of a strainer. Men opting to use their life of value in this way, fighting only to end up motionless. And while it will be talked about for a long time, and the reflections in the criminal underworld of the men going out like a real fighter, this too is also true. Hard to know where there would be mercy from God, these men dead in the midst of conducting a criminal act. The police appointed to uphold law and order certainly having none. Some say justified in their actions. Citizens not happy with the developments claiming this isn't a good look for Mandeville, adding that individuals are becoming paranoid while out with their family members to seek entertainment.
One of the most nervous time is when I was running beside the wall, walking beside the wall, and I look, you feel the wall and I vibrate. So that was feeling me. The only thing left for me to feel is something touch me. And I just made a try to avoid. So I just put myself behind the columns there. The only thing whether I do this pencil, because you can feel things in the air, like vibrating, so I feel like pebbles are touching me, but because that is over here. And where I run on the plaza here, there's a shot that some over there that touch the concrete above me head. You understand me? So anybody could get grains.
Long after crime scene investigators left, spent shell casings strewn on the streets tell a tale of how frightening it was. An open and shut case for many who would rather not experience this ordeal again. For CVM News, I'm Damien Phillips.
And the Jamaica Constabulary Force is also investigating the fatal shooting of a woman on Saturday morning in the parish of St. James. Jassette Blake, a 32-year-old vendor, was killed at approximately 6:25 in Montego Bay's People's Arcade. The shooting brings to 24 the number of people who have been killed in that parish since the start of 2026. The St. James Police Division has the highest number of killings among police divisions across the island. Meanwhile, St. Elizabeth Police have issued a warning to its officers not to get complacent in the division based on what could easily lead to an increase in the number of murders in the parish. With 10 murders already recorded since the start of the year, The lawmen say it's disturbing, considering the 18 in total for last year. Senior officers are adamant they will never surrender the communities they manage to criminal elements and are asking for greater participation from residents in keeping criminal activities to a very minimum. More from Damien Phillips.
More eyes on the watch to prevent lawlessness. Residents of Treasure Beach and surrounding areas expecting backup from lawmen through improved surveillance.
That geographic space in the Treasure Beach area is now earmarked thanks to the citizens who will be installing cameras across a number of the roadways and areas that help with the surveillance of the space. And so I want to thank the citizens for their support and to say to St. Elizabeth, your partnership is important as we work with you to ensure that the division remains one of the safest parishes in the country.
Security forces elated at this initiative, considering the 18 murders committed last year. Senior lawmen trying to avoid the numbers game, but highlighting the gains made in preventing murders year over year.
Ended the year with 18 murders, the lowest murder rate in over 25 years. And that is coming from 34 the previous year. Whilst the data shows significant downward trend at the end of 2025, and in fact each year over the last 3 years it goes lower. We are now almost mid-year and the division has already recorded 10 murders. It's 10 too many lives that have been lost.
The security forces becoming agitated at things possibly getting out of hand have sought to get officers at all ranks in the division to understand the prompting into proactive approaches rather than reactive applications.
And so I charge the officers who are present that we will need to double our efforts. We look at our strategies, increase our intelligence in the space, and to ensure that our operational thrust is never predictable. We will have to continue to work with our stakeholders, our citizens, our partners to ensure that those who are committing criminal activities, they are held to justice.
For CVM News, I'm Damien Phillips.
In other news now, there is a broader push by the government to modernize the parish of St. Thomas and provide more affordable housing options. Ground was officially broken Friday for the Roselle Estate housing development, a major national housing trust project which is expected to deliver nearly 900 housing solutions. Here's more from Akeem Oret.
Parish often described as the forgotten or ignored one, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness notes the government has been deliberate in carrying out construction projects across St. Thomas. He notes that along the roadway currently under construction, new developments will also be taking place.
Underneath that road would be pipes for water, and we invested heavily in putting in the proper piping infrastructure to bring water along with that roadway. Underneath that roadway would be conduits for fiber optic cables. Along parts of that roadway would be provisions for sewage. Along that roadway would be proper provisioning for drainage and other civil works to protect the road.
With ground now officially broken for the Roselle Estate housing development in St. Thomas, the government says it will bring 895 housing solutions to the parish. The development is being undertaken through a partnership between the National Housing Trust and New Roselle Properties Development Limited. Dr. Holness says 660 units will be made available to the public through the NHT, while the remaining 235 will be provided by the developers.
The development is being undertaken at an estimated cost of 9.6 billion Jamaican dollars. That's a tidy sum. on 187 acres of land located approximately 3 kilometers west of the Morant Bay Urban Center.
The NHD has so far supported 9,000 beneficiaries across St. Thomas in 50 years, but according to Dr. Holness, it has been a slow process for building houses in Jamaica.
Whilst we have established the NHD, the HAJ, and other elements in the Ministry of Housing to actually do housing construction, meaning formal community housing development, Jamaica is waiting. People are waiting for formal housing solutions to come on the market so that they can purchase.
The Roselle Estate housing project took just over 3 years, according to Dr. Holness, to bring it now to groundbreaking. Reporting for CVM News, I'm Akeem Art.
At the heart of the capacity to build what we need is the knowledge of what is required. For that reason, the Ministry of Tourism organized the Speed Networking Summit at the Montego Bay Convention Center. The ministry sought to prepare local entrepreneurs with the tools and advice to continue their contributions to the dynamics of the tourism market. Crystal Williams explains.
Hurricane Melissa came, and now, instead of bouncing back, we look ahead. This from Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett. He was speaking to entrepreneurs and business partners at a speed networking event at the Montego Bay Convention Center, adding that the industry seeks not only to be a driver of economic transformation, but also of economic security by supporting local first.
Meaning to say that tourism must be first for the people of Jamaica and then for our guests that we bring internationally to our shores.
Tourism 3.0 is a reimagined force, the minister champions, that will come with a repealing and recreation of the Jamaica Tourist Board Act in the form of the Tourism Authority Act. But how can local talent be inserted into tourism to make it truly inclusive of the wealth that Jamaican tourism brings? Minister Bartlett says the last time they tried, they succeeded in part, but pulled back because capacity did not exist.
And what didn't happen is that the growth of tourism did not move in tandem with the capacity of the local to provide against the demand of tourism. So we ended up having to import more than 2/3 of the needs of the industry in order to satisfy the demand that this industry brings.
He says this brought about the need for a framework that re-architectures regulatory arrangements around tourism required by locals to manufacture and produce the goods and services that tourism requires. He is calling for support from various partners and ministries to help with Tourism 3.0, specifically the Health Ministry.
Because this Tourism 3.0 is not the product of the mind of a minister or even a ministry. Because tourism embraces all segments of the society. So I need the Ministry of Agriculture to be a partner with us in this. I need the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. I need the Minister of Gender, Culture, Sports and Entertainment to be a key part. The Minister of Finance in particular, the Minister of National Security, the Minister of Local Government, the Minister of Health, as we're going to be putting a big emphasis on health resilience within the tourism sector. Because at the heart of any appreciation of the destination and at the very core of driving confidence and trust in the destination is health security.
Crystal Williams reporting for CVM News.
Please stay with us. CVM News at 7 will continue in just a moment.
It's no scam and style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress. You charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early, but Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first?
Our sketchy loan flyer?
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
Hi, I am Candy Pang at
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan? What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That a guan pa. What a guan?
Welcome back. It's time to find out now what's happening elsewhere in the region as well as internationally.
We begin with news in the region. 4 suspects have been found guilty in the assassination trial of Haiti's President Jovenel Moïse. The men now face life in prison at their sentencing. CBS Miami has that report.
Moïse was assassinated back in July of 2021. His wife, Martine, who testified in this trial, was also wounded. Archangel Pertel Ortiz, Antonio Entriago, Walter Ventimilla, and James Salage all found guilty of 4 different counts of conspiracy. The men were never accused of the actual murder, but were also found guilty of using their South Florida business to fund and approve and provide weapons, then ship them to Haiti as part of the plan to take out Moïse. David Howard is an attorney for one of the men.
Well, of course, we're disappointed. He is, especially. All the defendants are. We thought the government's case was insufficient, but we have to respect the system and respect the verdict.
For weeks, members of the Haitian community have packed the federal courtroom. This trial is the first time they were able to look at the evidence, learn the details, and see some of the people who were behind the killing of their country's president.
In Trinidad and Tobago, the government is making its final diplomatic push for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council, with a vote scheduled for June 3. Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Sean Sobers says the nation's platform, focusing on small arms and the double-edged sword of artificial intelligence, is winning global support. More from Tobago updates.
And Tobago is now on the home stretch for a high-profile bid for a non-permanent seat on the UN Security Council. If successful, this country would secure a 2-year term starting in January 2027, representing the Latin America and Caribbean Group, or GRULAC. Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Sean Sobers, says the administration is leaving nothing to chance as they move into the final weeks of campaigning.
We are in the final stages of our trust for being a non-P5 member of the UNSC. We have had several rounds of active engagements with several different countries around the world with respect to securing their support for the vote, which will come up on June the 3rd at the United Nations. We are confident as it pertains to securing that particular position.
Securing a seat requires a 2/3 majority from the 193-member General Assembly.
And in international news, Spanish authorities on Friday were preparing to receive more than 140 passengers and crew members on board a hantavirus-stricken cruise ship headed for the Canary Islands, where health officials have said they will perform careful evacuations. The vessel is expected to arrive Sunday at the Spanish island of Tenerife. We hear from France 24.
The cruise ship hit by the hantavirus.
We want to know whet your appetite a bit. From a dream of being given a golden spoon to what's now a few years later a registered meal menu on the go, Reggae flames, a St. Catherine couple continues to satisfy old customers and win new ones with the best of their Indian and Lebanese heritage, topped with bold Jamaican flavors and pride. The Azans are very passionate about service, and their Reggae Flames brand, available at the summit every Thursday and Friday. And based on what's on their menu, a lot of cooking takes place on the spot. At the same time, however, at home, where the vision and the name of the business was born, there's prepping, fast-paced execution, and even sampling of dishes is allowed.
See how quick it goes down?
Yes.
That means the pork soon ready.
Soon ready.
Right.
The pork soon ready.
Right. See? And I'm going to show you now the leg part.
It's also where the chef feels the most pain.
Because this is a bigger portion,
yes,
which is the lean, I have to do it this way because I don't want the paper sticking on it. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, it's hot.
No, it burned me, the steam.
Gosh, the steam.
Yeah.
Come on, we do it taste again.
Yeah, man, this is the meat, the more fleshy part. This need plenty more.
All the way to the bottom.
Yeah, this is all meat, no bone.
No bone.
I debone the leg of the pig. I debone it.
How long it took you to do that?
5 minutes.
To debone it?
Yeah, it don't take me
Take out the main bone?
Yeah.
Why did you do this? Why? Tell me about why it's important.
You know, the leg bone is long, thick like my hand.
Yes.
I can't cut it where we deliver it for the people, so I debone it. I then use the bone for soup, for broth, things like that when we're doing other cooking.
Was pork one of the meats you had as a child that you now savor and love all the way through?
Pork is it, which we do shish kebab. How we do it, our shish kebab, we soak them in wine and so on, and we shish kebab them along with filet, chicken, shrimp, fish. We do roast fish, and the Lebanese style with tahini and those things.
So, for example, your pork doesn't go on a grill, it goes to the oven.
Right.
I want to find out why.
Because it becomes moisty. If you grill it, like some of the jerkers, they become dry. And my pork have to have juice in it because it makes it soft. When you put it on the wood fire and leave it on the fire like your chicken, they dry out. There's a reason why we do it this way. And after a certain time in the oven, we raise them. So you still get that juicy and crispy taste. Seasoned to the bone. Right. If you notice, you have pimento, you have a lot of local ingredients in it. There's no imported ingredient. All this is made in Jamaica. In Clarendon.
Seasoned to the bone, just like the pork.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you're supporting this
Always. I'm a Jamaican, you know.
So you're a meat man.
This chicken is raw till it burn me. I'm going to baste this now. This is the...
It's done. Oh.
Mommy, move that kettle for me. Thanks. It's not actually finished, but we are going
to baste.
Yeah, we're going to baste it now.
That is with the same sauce when we just taste?
Yes. You want to taste it?
Aye. No, let me help.
You want to baste it?
So you want to make me get fat, you know? Put it in there?
Yeah, you have to dip it.
Okay.
But you know, baste it good, you know, Caroline. You have to put...
Flip more?
Yeah, man.
More, you know, so me no
you see, this gives it a glaze.
Aye. See, all right, this amount now.
No, man, let me help you, baby.
Look at me now get the job.
You know, your job different than my own.
Lost the interview with no workout.
No, the interview is good.
All right, well, thanks for being so nice.
Yeah, man.
And you know, so me never do good pan of chicken.
Exactly. It's nice.
You see, like this don't mean like when it's crispy, so you know.
No, it can get crispier. And then we have the breast and wing, which is
this
a
the
quarter.
same thing you do with the pork?
Same thing.
Same process with the pork. You make everything when it is? And then
everything. If I tell you it's about 11 ingredients in that. 11, yeah, might be a little more.
Smells good, man.